Hello, darling. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and on my channel, I talk all about manifesting as a lifestyle. Every area of your life, you are the artist and director of your life. You're the main character, and you belong right here. I want to read a little bit of Neville Goddard. This is from The Power of Awareness, Chapter 4, Desire. Here's what Neville says. The changes which take place in your life as a result of your changed concept of yourself always appear to the unenlightened to be the result, not of change of your consciousness, but of chance and outer cause or coincidence. However, the only fate governing your life is the fate determined by your own concepts, your own assumptions, and for an assumption, though false, if persisted in, it will harden into fact. The ideal you seek and hope to attain will not manifest itself, will not be realized by you until you have imagined that you are already that ideal. There is no escape for you except by a radical psychological transformation of yourself, except by your assumption of the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Therefore, make results or accomplishments the crucial test of your ability to use your imagination. So Neville is saying, so far, some people think that life happens by coincidences, it's from the outer world, but it's not. That the enlightened person understands your consciousness is what's creating your reality, which means your assumptions, your self-concept, how you see yourself, right? Your inner world creates your outer world. So in order to manifest something, you assume your wish fulfilled. You have to assume this ideal, the idea that you are already the person you want to be. You have to assume that. And Neville even says it's a radical psychological transformation of yourself because you have to radically think differently. You're assuming you have your desire when it might not be any evidence that you have it, right? So this is a really important key to manifesting your desire, that you decide you have it even though there's no evidence. You're having a radical change of mind. So remember, you're thinking from the version of you who has your desire. So this is also the ability to use your imagination. Now, when you're saying affirmations, you're using your imagination. Let me move on. Everything depends on your attitude towards yourself. This is why self-concept is so important, because how you see yourself in relation to different things in your world, how you see yourself in relation to your desire has everything to do with whether or not you can manifest it. You have to see yourself in possession of your desire, with the possession of your desire, possessing it, or in the relationship, already in that reality. That which you will not affirm as true of yourself can never be realized by you, for that attitude alone is the necessary condition by which you realize your goal. All transformation is based upon suggestion. And this can work only where you lay yourself completely open to an influence. You must abandon yourself to your ideal as a woman abandons herself to love. For complete abandonment of self to it is the way to union with your ideal. You must assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled until your assumption has all the sensory vividness of reality. You must imagine that you are already experiencing what you desire. That is, you must assume the feeling of the fulfillment of your desire until you are possessed by it. And this feeling crowds out all other ideas out of your consciousness. So saturate yourself with the wish fulfilled. Here's another way to look at this. You're going to assume you haven't until it's true. You're going to continue to say it is so until it's a manifested fact. You're going to continue to declare and claim you already have it until you're living that life. The man who is not prepared for the conscious plunge into the assumption of the wish fulfilled in the faith that it is the only way to the realization of his dream is not yet ready to live consciously the law of assumption. Although doubt that he does live by the law of assumption unconsciously, right? You're always living the law. You're living the law according to what you're believing and assuming. So this is deliberate conscious creation by using your imagination, that's your faculty, that's creating your reality by deliberately choosing the things you want to experience. Okay, so it's really important to have a disciplined mind to ignore circumstances that you don't want to experience. You have to ignore those circumstances and replace them with your wish fulfilled, with your assumption. Walking in the assumption it's done, no matter what anyone says to you, no matter what any circumstance is, no matter what, right? No matter what is happening. Walk in your assumption. Walk in the assumption that it's already yours. This is the key to continue to walk in the assumption. But for you, who accept this principle and are ready to live by consciously assuming that your wish is already fulfilled, the adventure of life begins. To reach a higher level of being, you must assume a higher concept of yourself. If you will not imagine yourself as other than what you are, then you remain as what you are. For if ye believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. If you do not believe that you are he, meaning the person you want to be, then you remain as you are. That's a simple statement. Is so true. If you do not believe that you are the one you want to be, then you remain as you are. Through the faithful systematic cultivation of the feeling of the wish fulfilled, desire becomes the promise of its own fulfillment. The assumption of the feeling of the wish fulfilled makes the future dream a present fact. Okay, and that was chapter 4, Desire from the Power of Awareness. And I'm reading from the reader, Neville Goddard, the complete reader. All right, so to manifest your desire, you have to be that version of you. You have to claim you already are that person. You walk in the assumption it's already done. And the truth is, you don't have to take any action. Okay, people are going to tell you have to take action, but the only action is your assumption. The only thing you have to do is hold to your assumption mentally. This is a psychological game, right? This is a psychological game. It's a psychological drama. It has everything to do with what you're seeing, what you're seeing in your mind and assuming. So are you continuing to assume you already are the person you want to be? That's how you manifest your desire. Hello. All right, so let me answer questions. How's everyone doing today? Oh, by the way, yeah, I haven't been live for a while again. I was in Italy, and I've been in Italy. I was gone for like 10 days with all the travel, and we flew into Venice, and then we came out of Trieste, went to Slovenia, went to so many vineyards, and just had a wonderful time. But now I'm back, and I'm ready to go. All right, so let me answer your questions. I have a question at TM. Okay, SATS is the best method for me, but I never feel like I'm actually there. Okay, well, I love that you're declaring it's the best method for you, because something within you knows that that is the best method. Perfect. So you never feel like you're actually there. Wait, you have some more to your question. And can't feel any emotions. You don't have to feel the emotions. I want you to think about it. By the way, you can just picture being in that scene. Just picture being in that scene. So let's say you wanted to manifest being on a yacht. If that was your desire, to be on a yacht, to own your own yacht, and you wanted to have possession of that. So fall asleep being on your yacht. You could feel that you're sitting in a comfortable chair looking at the water, thinking to yourself, I own this. You could imagine you're holding something like a drink in your hand, or glass of water, right? A bottle of water, whatever it is, but you're holding something. So just take that clip and take that scene. So it's not that you have to feel any kind of emotion. I mean, maybe you're talking about a specific person. You still don't have to feel that emotion. If you wanted to imagine that you're married, all you have to do is close your eyes and imagine you see your hand. Okay, with your imaginary hands, right? Using your imaginary hands. You're taking one hand and feel the ring, and move the ring over your knuckle and off your finger and back on. But can you imagine doing that? These are tools that could help you live in the wish fulfilled. You could also affirm, I'm already married. I'm already married. Okay, again, what is your desire? You don't have to feel emotion. You just have to take yourself to that place. And you can even take yourself to that place with affirmations alone. Think about how when you read a story, and actually I've seen a lot of videos about people talking about using ChatGPT to bring forward the future version of yourself. So use that as a tool. Ask ChatGPT to write out the future version of you and give some details. If it's a relationship, money, whatever, just say, this is me. Write it in the first person. Tell me a story about myself where I have XYZ amount of money, I'm married, I live in this house, and then give some details. That is going to put you in the wish fulfilled. And then you could read that before bed. Play around with it and say, you know what, I want you to add XYZ, and then populate a new story and read that story. So it's the same thing as think of when you're reading a book, or you're reading something, a really great book. It's bringing you to that place. So you can bring yourself to that place in many different ways. When you're doing it as you fall asleep, you could be reading. You could be in bed reading, because if you're saying you can't feel like you're there, yes, you can. You just have to start saying you can. All you have to do is say, I am there. Okay, do that today, and then come back with some results tomorrow. Thank you for the new followers, the likes. I love it. Thank you so much. How can I manifest money to start my own business? No logical way to get it or funding. Take yourself to the end. What is the end? Construct a scene that implies you have this. So you want your own business, okay? Just start to brainstorm that. If I have my own business and it's already been a year and it's thriving, what does your life look like? Take yourself to that point of time. So you take that point of time and you're bringing it to this present moment. See yourself in that. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it will happen. It happened for me. I know it will happen for you. I know it will happen for you. Everything that I've been doing, I manifested. I consciously chose this. I didn't know all the details. I just knew certain aspects of what I wanted. And here's what you could also remember. You get to tweak it along the way, right? It's the journey. It's not the destination. But you take yourself to the end, right? Take yourself to the end. What does that look like? It's a year from now, and the business is already thriving. So you only have to take yourself to that point of time, and you'll naturally take action based on what you're focused on. But you can't start saying, but I have no funding. because then you're adding that to your story. Don't add that to your story. Go to the end without logic and without reason. It doesn't mean you're not going to have spreadsheets and have a business plan. Yes, those were part of the things that I did. Getting my not LLC, but my S corp. I had, as I realized I was starting my business, like I just went to the end, right? And then everything started happening. And then I had ideas. I was like, I should get an S corp, right? My business tax ID. So I just started doing that. I was inspired to do that. I just naturally did that. You will naturally take action according to where your focus is. And everything will unfold along the way. And the power that you hold is to tweak it at any point in time. That's the power you hold, okay? Okay, so your first step is to brainstorm to get to the end. What does it look like? What does it look like if your business is thriving? Well, you could just say, I have my own business and it's thriving. I own a thriving business. You can have an affirmation like that, as general as that, and you hold firm to that, it will manifest. Do you want to add in that it's something that you love to do? I have my own business that I love. I love it. It's thriving. You'll meet the right people. You'll overhear a conversation. Again, so these are just reminders. It can happen in any way, but I don't know how it will happen. You will take action according to where you're focused. I never do enough or affirm or live in the end enough to get my desire or think of it. But you already have it, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. You already have it. It's already done. It's like making an order. You've probably heard people say that, like making an Amazon order. You made the order. It's done. You already made the order. All you have to do is know you already did enough. But see, when you feel like you didn't do enough, it means you're living in the end. I mean, right? You're living in the end. This is where you have to gauge where you're at. If you feel like you didn't do enough, it means you're living in the end that you didn't do enough. Living in the end that you don't feel like you have it. All you have to do is flip that, really. You just flip that. I did enough. You have to decide that. I did enough. That's it. I did it. You say things to yourself like, I imagined it. I did it. It's done. Okay. You'll walk through your day feeling better. It's better. You feel good. You see evidence. Boom, it manifests. I did enough. Nothing more to do. You have to have that kind of attitude. That is you continuing to live in the end and continuing to claim you have it. Thank you, Nika. Nika? Okay, that's living in the end. Living in the end is like, I already imagined it. I already did it. I already know it's done. You have to just claim it. You don't have to think about it 24/7. I don't think about my desires 24/7. Right? Because I already made the assumption. I'm walking in the assumption it's done. If there's no evidence for something, because I have manifestations, I know they're coming. I know they're done. I know it's done. I imagined it. It's done. But there's no evidence, right? There's no evidence. Is that going to get me off track? Is that going to make me feel like it's not done? Because if I start feeling it's not done because I don't see evidence, now I've shifted and I'm not living in the end of my desire. I imagined it. It's done. So it's just the matter of you remembering it's done because you imagined it. Okay, do you see that? Can you differentiate between that? Because when you feel like, I got to do something more, think about that. If you feel like you need to do something more, it means because you feel like you need to do something to get it. You feel like you don't have it. But in order to manifest something, to consciously create and manifest this, you're assuming you do. I know it goes against what we learned as a human being living life, right? But you wouldn't be here unless you have had some experience. I know you are here because you have experience and you see that your thoughts create your reality. Okay, so walk in faith. Here's what I would recommend. Just walk all day, just say thank you. You should be saying thank you. Thank you, it's done. There's nothing I need to do because it's done. That's it. There's nothing more I need to do. It's done. Do you see that that's living in the end? It's done. But when you're saying, so I want to reinforce this. When we say, what else should I do? Wait, how did you word it in there? I feel like I never affirm enough. I need to affirm more to get it. No, you're resting in it's done. Rest in knowing it's done. Okay, it's done. Come back here and tell me you got results. So do you see that this is what you want to be thinking? I get results. You get results overnight. It happens so quickly for you. Beautiful Life 23. Hello. I have a question. Was hoping someone can help me with. Absolutely. Where's your question? Oh, here it is. Okay. Everyone asks about current SP, but what if you don't have one and you would like to manifest one? So people are asking you about your boyfriend, girlfriend, or, the person in your life. You don't have one. That's okay. It's not that it's not that you're admitting you don't have one. If someone asks you, there's many things you could say, but what's most important is that you have the assumption that it's already done. You have the assumption that you already have what you desire. It doesn't matter really on some level. It doesn't matter what you say to anyone else. You could talk about, well, I already know I'm a great person. I'm not worried about it. How can I manifest being married? It is hard when there's no SP. Oh, okay. So that's maybe a part of your question. Okay. So your desire. So we got your desire now. How to manifest being married. No, don't say it's hard when there's no SP. Okay. So this is where you want to think about you and your relation to the world, like your relation to someone that you're marrying. See yourself as already being a spouse. See yourself as already being the ideal spouse. Like you are the dream, you are the catch. And this is where self-concept comes powerfully into play, because you have to see yourself as someone who already has what you want. And actually a relationship, a lot of the time we want to feel loved. We want to feel chosen. We want to feel wanted, right? So you could affirm, I am loved. That's living in the end. I am married. Affirm that in your mind. I'm already married. I'm already married. I have clients that manifest marriage by affirming, I am already married, every night falling asleep to the ideas of what their partner is and who they are. So what is it? So you have to put your focus on the vision of you in the relationship. I'm already married to a partner who's loving and kind and attentive. Take yourself to that spot, because when you do not want to focus on it's hard when there's no one. It's hard when there's no one. Well, that's going to be advancing into your future. So you want to start saying something different. It's easy to be me. It's easy to meet anyone. It's easy for someone to fall in love with me. This is how you'll manifest that. Just start saying that today and watch what happens. It's easy to fall in love with me. Okay, now remember, doesn't matter what the circumstances are, doesn't matter what people talk to you about, doesn't matter what they say. What only matters is what your assumptions are, because you are in your own personal reality. In your reality, you're the only one with consciousness. You're experiencing your reality. There are infinite versions of every single person, place, and thing in your reality. because everything's existing now. So you just want to tap into that reality, or that it's already existing where you're married. Tap into that consciousness. Okay, you go to my from the link in my bio here, takes you to my self-concept course. Read the success stories and start getting excited, because you can manifest your specific person too. You want to read the success stories. That's going to align you with the end. Now see yourself in possession of your ideal, of the relationship that you want to be in. Hi, Toya. How is focusing on self-concept drawing in SP and no contact? Because where you put your attention is going to grow. Okay, so when you're focused on your person outside of you, you're putting your attention outside to the outer world, which is just the shadow of your inner world. It's a reflection. It's a mirror. The outer world is a mirror of your inner world. What are you picturing in your inner world? Like in your imagination, in your mind, what are you picturing? So focusing on your self-concept is what you're picturing. How do you picture yourself? Do you see yourself in the highest regard? Do you see yourself as the ultimate catch? That if you see yourself as the ultimate catch, the outer world's a mirror. The outer world's going to prove it's true. That's how it works. That's how self-concept will work for you. Self-concept is you with your desire. It works for money. It works for body changes. It works for anything. It works for healing. It works for manifesting material things. See yourself in that self-concept. See yourself in possession of your desire. You're going to draw in the money. If you see yourself with money, if you have the self-concept of someone who's abundant and wealthy and has money, then you're going to draw that money to you. It has everything to do with how you see yourself, how you see yourself in relation to anything. Okay, so this is why ignore, because you said no contact. Well, ignore that. This is a radical change of mind. You have to ignore those circumstances. Understand the outer world is just a reflection. It's your experience of reality, and you have the power to manipulate energy to change it. Well, really, you go in your imagination, and the world is a reflection of the inner world. The outer physical world is a reflection. So everything is already changing based on your assumptions. The whole world you're living in is yourself pushed out. So it has everything to do with you. Detach. Yeah, detach means detach from any old story. Is it possible to astral project into the past? Well, everything's existing right now. Anything is possible. Absolutely. Kelsey, he's already mine. Exactly. So excited. The more I reject and say no to what I don't want in a relationship, the more the right relationship with someone new is showing up. It has nothing to do with the guy. Exactly. Millie, hello. Millie Grace. Miss Millie Grace. So yes. Okay, so this is powerful. I'm glad you shared that. So reject the things you don't want, meaning like create your boundaries, see yourself as valuable, put yourself on the pedestal. When you see yourself a certain way, the 3D world is going to reflect the way you see yourself. How can you assume you're married when there is no SP? Okay. Do you understand that your thoughts create reality? Okay, here's what you could assume. Assume you're the catch. Assume you're already loved. Assume you're already chosen. And you will see that people will show up for you wanting to be part of your life. Assume that you're the one and only. Assume that it would be a blessing to be with you, to be married to you, to be part of your life. If you assume that, you will manifest the relationship you desire. So I'm no longer wanting one specific person or getting hung up, because I've seen new guys show up and each one is closer to what I want. It's pretty awesome. Yes, that's a beautiful way to look at it, because that one specific person is not the one and only, right? Yeah, I was reading Markel or Jay. I was reading The Complete Reader by Neville Goddard, but I was reading The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. So this is a compilation of many of his books. At Your Command, Awakened Imagination. I think I have this linked in my bio here. Take a look. I might have it linked on Amazon. My neighbor gave me over $5,000 to start my business and tells me if I need more, just ask. I would have never thought he would be the one that gave the money for this. Look, there's a great success story. You don't know where it will come from. Just go to the end and affirm you already have it. It will come in ways that you don't even need to know how, but it will. Yes, Gustina, I already have 1 million followers and community. Congratulations. It's done. It's yours. You're already on stage. Okay, you said you're an actor, comedian, would love to do Broadway. Today I met a lead actor in a Broadway show. Beautiful. So see yourself on stage. And just like you said, you could see millions of people loving you. It's like you're beloved. You're loved. Everyone loves you. They're writing the best. Everything written about you is written about the best. You're the best at what you do. Okay, so it's like you just want to keep claiming, I am the best. I'm the best Broadway actor, comedian. Fun. That's fun. I can't wait till you come back here. You're going to come back here and tell us everything that you wanted happened. I love you guys. Listen, I got to go. So remember, you're the operant power. You always have the power to override anything. You always have the power to choose something different. You always have the power to see a new perspective. You guys have an amazing day. I will see you next time. Bye.